At the age of 36, after being married to a woman, I came out as a gay man. It wasn't easy. I had been bullied as a kid and even beaten up as an adult because I was gay. In 1993, shortly after coming out, I was at a bar and a woman was reading tarot cards. I thought it would be fun to have my cards read. She ended up telling me something that shocked me. She said I was HIV positive. I knew that I wasn't HIV positive. I had been tested several times, and I was fully aware of how people got HIV. Regardless, she said, I should be careful. A number of years later, unfortunately, her prediction came true, and I did test positive for HIV. I thought I had done everything right, but on one occasion a condom broke, and that's all it took. My worst fears had been realized. I had been so careful. In the 6+ years since my diagnosis, HIV has taught me at least 2 important lessons. First, I can't fix HIV. This isn't easy for someone who has made a career out of trying to suggest ways for people to fix their own problems. You see, in my life I've done many things. I was a minister of a Southern Baptist church in San Francisco. I obtained a degree in marriage and family counseling, and I'm currently the CEO of a condo management company in Hawaii. Initially for me, fixing HIV meant finding a cure. As much as I wish that there was a cure, I had to come to terms with the hard reality of accepting my status and living with an incurable disease. Secondly, I learned that I can't fight HIV alone. That has been a tough lesson for a guy who spent much of his childhood having to depend on himself. Growing up, my parents had to spend so much time dealing with their own problems that there was not a lot of extra time for others. I can't say that I was lonely, but I did feel alone a lot of the time. Some people have an easier time reaching out. I always thought that if you got yourself into a situation, you should be able to get yourself out of it. HIV has taught me that no matter how strong a person is, there are times when we have to depend on other people. While we've come a long way in the fight against HIV, there are still many stereotypes, stigmas, and personal hurdles that have to be overcome. I may have been infected with HIV, but by speaking openly about my own journey, I hope to have an opportunity to remind others that they're not alone. Stuart Scott was a commentator for ESPN and passed away earlier this year from cancer. In 2014, he received the ESPY Award for Courage. In accepting the award, he said that when you die, you don't lose to cancer, but you beat cancer by how you live and why you live your life. I couldn't agree more when it comes to HIV or any other challenge in life we face. I refuse to lose to HIV, and I beat HIV every day by how and why I live my life. My name is Mike, and this is my story.